approach HBCUs. Now it's time for our athletes to follow. Let's go, Hugh. Let's go, Eddie George. And great job, Deion Sanders, starting the trend.
That's awesome.
All right, two big criticisms of Kevin Durant. One is that he went to Golden State. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. The other one is that he's on the internet too much. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Because when you're on the internet too much, eventually you land in the cryptocurrency Reddit files. What's going on with cryptocurrency? And when you're living in San Francisco and you got a bunch of money, eventually you start making some investments. So Kevin Durant took two of those and invested in Coinbase. How'd he do with that investment? Had an IPO yesterday. Did he double his money? Did he triple his money? Did he 10 times his money? Did he 20 times his money? Did he 30 times his money? Did he 40 times his money? Nope, 54 times. So congratulations, Kevin Durant. Everyone says you're on the internet too much, and everybody says you shouldn't have gone to Golden State, but buddy, you came up a winner. Bravo.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Never
54 X is pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good. We got there eventually. Drawing a blank, Browns bolstered their defense yesterday. They signed three-time Pro Bowler Jadeveon Clowney to a one-year deal worth up to about $10 million. So, Brandon, the best free agent now left that Clowney signed is blank. It's the best one out there.
Yeah, Jenna, this is an easy one if we take, the off-the-field stuff away. And we're looking at Antonio Brown. I got to go with Antonio Brown. I mean, he's been clean for a year. He's done a good job of really trying to turn the page and get back control of his life. But when you look on the field, this dude is 2 years removed from almost 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Oh, my goodness, how the mighty have fallen. This dude can still play. We're talking about a guy that could potentially play late into his mid 36, 37. He takes care of his body. He is a freak. He loves working out. He loves eating egg whites and chicken breast plain every single day. This dude can still do it if he's put in the right situation. There's teams out there like the Baltimore Ravens, Nick, that can use an Antonio Brown. I know the last 2 years been tough, but this is a dude that can come in and produce right away. AB is the answer.
I'm going on a guy on the other side of the ball who might guard AB occasionally, and that's Richard Sherman. And he's a guy who you would be signing him for his on-the-field stuff. He's just, in 2019, he was an all-pro, but also the off-the-field. He is a great leader. He's a champion. He is a positive add to a locker room if you have a strong locker room and can deal with another strong presence. So I'm not saying that he should sign with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm simply saying, Richard, go sign with the Chiefs. Come on. You're sick of not being in the Super Bowl. Go sign with the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat you in the Super Bowl. Okay, you couldn't cover Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is gone now. Go sign with the Chiefs. Go ahead. Go. Do that, please. Do that.
I've got a little more hometown bias. Danny Amendola came on this very show and dissed Bill Belichick and the mighty New England Patriots. Danny Amendola was in Detroit, had 600 yards. Well, Danny, it's all good. Let bygones be bygones. Bill Belichick, lucky for you, doesn't have a heart. So, yeah, maybe he shipped you off unceremoniously, but he also didn't care about you insulting him on this show. So, Danny, come on back. We need an Edelman replacement, and you're the guy.
Oh, my God.
I like the name Danny. On to LaShawn McCoy. Shady fired back up the Hall of Fame debate yesterday when he said he's got a good shot at making it to Canton, but that Julian Edelman does not. Brandon, LaShawn McCoy's comments are blank.
Listen, it's debatable. That's what it is. I mean, you talk about LaShawn McCoy, he has 15,000 yards from scrimmage, 89 touchdowns. There's only 14 running backs that has ever done that. And then there's 3 that aren't in the Hall of Fame that are currently playing. That's Shady McCoy, that's Adrian Peterson, and that's Frank Gore. So if you're looking just purely at the numbers, Nick, it's debatable.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think his comments are spot on in both regards. Obviously, Edelman has no shot at it. And Shady has an argument for the exact reasons Brandon mentioned. Exactly 15,000 yards from scrimmage and 89 touchdowns. Now, I think that he didn't say, I am going to make the Hall of Fame. He said, I have a good chance. I would put his chances at, he has a chance. It's a legitimate case. My guess is he ends up just short, or if he makes it, he has to wait a very long time. But it's a credible case to be made. Unlike Julian Edelman, which it took our producers 6 hours to try to find 12 minutes of Julian Edelman regular season highlights to put together for his Hall of Fame video. So I'm gonna go with spot on, Wilds. Oh, this catch. Never seen this catch before. My God.
Oh, yeah. Can you run the iconic LaShawn McCoy play? The producers, do we have a chance to tee that? Nick, what's the iconic look? Oh, remember that great play LaShawn McCoy made? I don't. It's a nice compiler.
The snow game.
It's a lot of touchdowns. Snow game, okay, maybe.
What about the little scamper in the snow in the blizzard?
Don't remember it. Sorry, don't remember it. Is that iconic?
Don't remember it.
No recollection.
Okay, here's the thing. My answer is rings hollow, because it is interesting. They kind of have the opposite career. One guy compiles a lot in the regular season, doesn't do much in the postseason. In his quote, he said this, and you add 2 Super Bowls to go with it. I was like, man, LaShawn McCoy won 2 Super Bowls? I looked up the stats. He didn't do anything. And I know a lot of times people say, he didn't do anything, only had this many catches, this many yards, this many receptions. No, literally. No attempts, no rushing, no receptions. The bright side is, because I'm an optimist, Jenna, no fumbles. So LaShawn McCoy,
who gets in first? Who gets in first, Wilds?
I don't think either.
Who gets in first, Wilds? Edelman or Shady?
Hall of Famer Julian Edelman.
He said neither. He's right.
LaShawn McCoy.
Easier to get in when your first name is Hall of Famer. Talk some hoops. Knicks beat Zion on the Pelicans last night, but the focus here is a New York Post column that said the Knicks' quest to land Zion starts with a bang. Brandon, the Zion to New York media machine starting up is blank.
Oh, Lord. It's dusty, Jenna. It's one of those conversations been sitting on the shelf, and you got to dust it off. In 2019, they had their shot, and it was just bad luck. They didn't get him. Instead of Zion getting the big apple, he got the big easy. But I like this, though. I would love to see this. Why? Because in my lifetime, I want to be sitting down with my boys, and I want to see the Jets get it done. I want to see the Chicago Bears march down Michigan Ave and celebrate another Super Bowl. I also want to see the Knickerbockers. I want to see the Knicks get it done. There's some things that we need to see in sports. If you put Zion there, who's now taking off and taking his game to a whole nother level, with another person or two, we can see something that we've been waiting to see for a very long time, and that's the Knicks win the championship.
Yeah, this is Mission Impossible 4 for a number of reasons. The first one is it's impossible. It's not going to happen. The other one, why is it Mission Impossible 4? Because this is the 4th time in the last decade the Knicks' plan has been, let's just sign a guy who's not available or a guy who is available who has shown no interest. And it's also Mission Impossible 4 on a personal level for me, because that movie is actually like what I very often, if I'm anxious or I can't sleep, I put it on. It soothes me. It makes me feel better. I probably watched it 35 times in parts.
Same.
And I feel like, Wilds, that's what this column is for Knicks fans. It's like, oh, now we're back at home. We're reading about this superstar who plays for someone else, who that's what's going to save us. Like, that is their happy place. Reading about other teams' good players who are never actually going to play for the Knicks. So it's Mission Impossible 4. Don't ask me about why I watch that movie to fall asleep to. It just makes me feel good. It makes me happy. I know what's going to happen. Okay, go ahead.
Out of all the films in all the world, you decide Mission Impossible 4 is like the nice movie to watch, to relax to?
Yeah. And then 5 and 6. Yeah. Go Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. 92% Rotten Tomatoes.
You've Got Mail, buddy.
Wildly underrated film.
Try You've Got Mail.
Wildly underrated. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay.
Can I throw in
my
Prince of
answer
Tides
is
while we're just throwing movies in?
Prince of Tides is not bad. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm going CAA Magic. We don't think Zion's going to end his career in New Orleans. We don't. So it's not only what the Knicks can do and are doing with Leon Rose, who used to run CAA Sports, it's also what the Pelicans might screw up. Remember, JJ Redick just left, and he's like, you know what? I think the whole organization is dishonest. We're like, what?